Well, it makes me feel so old because I remember when you were just a prospect. Now you're just a top media guy with Bussin with the boys and done so well. I'm proud of you as a man. But I want to talk to you about a mutual friend, Maxx Crosby.
Oh, love Max, dude.
He's underrated in my opinion, and everyone says, how can you be underrated? Because there are very few guys that play for the love. And the money comes with that success. But people don't understand him, do they?
No, not at all. I mean, Max, yeah, he's on top of the world with the big contract he got, and he's one of the elite pass rushers in the NFL. But he was what, 5th round draft pick? Mm-hmm. And being around Max for the small moments I was around him with the Raiders, my 2 different stints, and just being a friend of his too, his obsession for the game. Like, you listen to anybody who's ever been on top, and they go and they have their influencer stuff where they talk about success. You think Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, these greats that talk about an obsession for the game and their craft. There isn't a time in the evening to where Max and we might catch up on FaceTime to where I might hit him up or he hits me up and he's just sitting on his Normatex or he's doing something for his body. The man is around the clock. He obsesses over football. He does other things off the field too, which is amazing how he sets himself up for whenever that day might come. I don't think it's going to be for a long time. But the man is absolutely obsessed with the game of football, and you see it. He's one of the rare breeds who he's out there 100% of the time when he is healthy. Obviously, he's bouncing back from a little bit of adversity for it seems like the first time in his career, but he's got that look in his eye. You can always tell Max is looking to be the greatest to do it on the grass. Whether or not that happens, that never matters to him or never phases him. It's always about how can I be the best of all time.
Last question. One thing that always followed you in your career is great guy that gave everything, but you were a great teammate. Guys loved you as a man, and not just because you were funny. You had serious interactions with guys. You changed people's lives. Max is that way also. How rare is it to be a great player but to also command the respect as a human Max does?
Well, I think, again, Max being a lower round pick, like myself being undrafted, when I was starting to get my burn in the league and get a little bit more playing time, I don't know, I think guys just realize how much you care about the game and how much you care about the profession. Because you play the game, you practice every day, but the profession of it is what happens after the last snap is played at practice or after a game when you're flying back on the plane and you're hitting the tubs, you're watching film on the plane. After practice, you're doing all these things, or you're going to the guy that you might be communicating next to and talking to him about the craft. Or guys might walk in and you're already in there watching film. And I think people just realize that you care about it the way that they do, and it starts to build that chemistry and camaraderie, and guys feel like they can talk to you more because then you start getting to know them on a personal level. But ultimately it starts with you caring about and loving the game of football, because we're all there to play that game. It's that 99% of us are there, and it's that 10% of like what you do in between that's going to keep you on a roster. And I feel like once guys realize that about you as a teammate, they're going to start to kind of build around you, or you're able to build chemistry with them or camaraderie with them. But it all starts with just loving the game.
Awesome.